Okay, so today we are going to be working on the CRX a little bit, and we have a few things that we got to take care of. So we got the fuel system we got to worry about, we have the brakes we have to worry about, and we still have some interior stuff we have to worry about. I don't know how far we're going to get. We also have the alternator belt we have to get done too. It's supposed to be out for delivery today, so we'll take a look at that and see how that's going to work. We've had 3 different ones we've had to order just because we don't know the size of it. So we've been trying our best to try to find the best one for it. So hopefully the third time's a charm. Okay, first things first, let's get hopping on this fuel filter. So fuel filter is pretty much probably stock, honestly. Don't know. 100,000 miles, probably never been changed. We're gonna change it. We had ordered in this here. Let me grab it real quick. It's an aftermarket fuel filter, and it's basically the same concept and design as the original one on here. Get this out. Don't need that. Basically, same thing. The banjo bolts go right on here, and right here. Goes right inside the clip. So it's gonna sit just like that. So fuel comes in on this side here. Fuel comes out. Let's see if we can try to get some of this fuel out of it. Let's see if we can clean some of this fuel up so we can get ready, because we got literally less than a week now for the Fast and Furious, and our goal is to get that out there. And this did come with new new crush washers for the banjo bolts. So we're gonna replace those while we're at it. I've lost my 10 mil, which is the famous 10 millimeter disappearing act. Can't see really down in here, but the intake, you can see there's all sorts of crap inside there. So yeah, it's just a washer. We left the little covers on there just to protect everything as we're working on this. Now let's give it a fire and let's see if she's doing any better. So what we're doing is we're going to cycle the key a few times, and that's going to help build all the pressure back up into the lines. Nice thing about having a wireless mic is I can narrate a little bit of this. Serious? That's why you should check. That was still stuck on there. That's why it's leaking. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we found some of the problem, and it's the fuel tank. We just dropped it. There's a whole bunch of stuff in it. We got it dumped once. We put it into a container. We're gonna go get it dumped at O'Reilly's and stuff. Next is going to be we're going to pressure wash this, clean it up really good, and get it all put back together. But for right now, we're going to get this pressure washed. We're going to test everything out before we put it all back together, make sure this was the problem, but we're pretty sure that's the problem. Okay, in the meantime, okay, so we started digging into this a little bit because it's been bugging me why it's not running right since we put the fresh fuel into it. We've been trying to figure out why it's not running right, and I think we narrowed it down. So last night, we didn't get any footage besides starting to clean the tank, which we cleaned it really good with the pressure washer. There was a lot of stuff into it, so we pulled it all out and we put it into a container that's in back. And then we're going to take that container down. I'm pretty sure O'Reilly's takes that kind of stuff, so we'll check and figure out who could take it and dispose of it properly. But there was like a lot of mud and everything into it. So we're still pressure washing and cleaning it out really good, and we're gonna get this tank cleaned up really good. As you can see here, this is what it looks like now. So we got the pickup unit right now is in this tank over here, and just don't mind the mess. When you're working, you're just kind of working. So we've got this all rigged up here. So we got the pickup into the fuel tank here with all fresh gas on the pump. Tank's not in, and this thing actually last night was running decent. Actually almost pretty close to where it should be, unless I lost my prime. Now, it is still popping, it's still doing stuff, but the longer it was running last night, the better it was getting. So we're pretty sure there's a whole bunch of crud still in the injectors, a whole bunch of stuff everywhere in the line. So we're gonna keep pushing this through. Our goal today is to get the tank cleaned, finished cleaned, see what we can salvage out of it, get it put back together, get it put back up, get it all set up, see if we can get it down to the gas station, get it filled with a full tank of fresh 93 put into it, and start running it that way. We actually might make the Fast and Furious event with the car. So after that, we just got the brakes, and we'll kind of go throughout the week on that, but we're not gonna have it on this video. As much as I said in the beginning of the video, we're gonna have the brakes, we're not gonna have them on this one. It's already getting too long because we ran into this problem with the fuel tank, so we're gonna cut it a little bit short. But yeah, let's get this finished up, and then we'll show you guys the results of it. When you run into an older car like this, where we're finding like parts are pretty much non-existent, we have to try to make it work. So we have to do something like this, where we take the sending unit, and this thing was pretty much destroyed. Like there was stuff all caked in the actual sending unit. Nice thing is this just uses a resistance ohms to show how much fuel's in it, and just kind of goes back and forth along this here. So basically, this would be all the way full, this would be empty. So all it does is do that. So basically what we're doing is cleaning it up really good so we can put it back into the tank, and hopefully we can get it working. Now, I did see some used units online. Well, it looked about the same as ours. They were, you could tell that they were somewhat used. So hopefully we can use some of this to kind of clean this up a little bit. And if you guys are always interested, brake parts cleaner for AMSOIL, we sell this stuff. Go right to our website, we can hook you up with that. Good as used new, kind of. I can tell you right now, that's way better because the resistance on here is actually probably going to read now. Before there was so much stuff caked on there, it wasn't reading nothing. So that's what came out of this. That is cleaned out to the best that we can. We did clean it out really good. We have some stuff that we ran through it. It's been washed out really good. We've sucked out a whole bunch of stuff with the shop vac. And this here, that is all water, by the way. That is not fuel. That is not any type of anything else. That's all water, and this is all the crap that came out of it. All this little stuff. We threw some rocks in there, and that helped break up a lot of the rust and everything in there. This is the cleanest that we're going to be able to get it. So this is going to go back up there. We have this here, which is our fuel sending unit. And check that out. That thing was completely covered in rust, not making a good contact. So we cleaned this up really good. And now we tested it inside there. You can see there's still stuff coming down on it. And we, like I said, we've cleaned this as the best we can. When you find older parts, you gotta tear it into them and try to repair them, or you gotta try to go source them out as good used, because they don't remanufacture this stuff anymore. So we cleaned this up really good. This now does work. We did test it in the car before we cleaned up all this. So we cleaned all this up, and we got it set up so we can drag the tank over, get it put back up, get it all hooked back up over here. We're going to take this and we're going to put all the fuel into this, and in hopes that we can get this running good enough that we can start bleeding the brakes. Once we bleed the brakes, then we're going to get everything set up so that we can take it down to the gas station, fill it up with 93. We're going to use some AMSOIL stuff that's in the back there to put in here, and use that to help flush it, because the more it's running, the better it's getting. It's not popping as bad, but there is still some stuff that's going through it, and we're trying to get it running really good. The engine doesn't really matter. We're going to be selling that to somebody, or maybe we might even give it away on the channel. We don't know. But that engine is not going to be staying in it. We have a B18. If you guys have not watched the last video, check that out up there, because you know something, we have a really nice B18 A1 that we're going to be slamming into this thing from an Integra LS, and we're going to be doing a 5-speed LS transmission into it, kind of a replica of what that really should have been like. I know everybody's going to see GSR. Yeah, I don't have GSR money, okay? We're trying to do this on a budget. This is the best thing. If I had the money, I would be putting a B18 C1 into this with a GSR transmission and everything else. We just don't have that, okay? So I found a guy. He's got a couple transmissions. We're going to get it. We're going to rebuild them, get them going good. We're going to learn and teach ourselves about transmissions as well before we throw it all in there and go from there. Like I said, this is a budget build. We're doing a lot of our own work with this. This is going to take a few years to do that, but it's going to be a rolling project where we hopefully can take it and enjoy it and have some fun with the shows with it. If you guys have not watched the videos previously, check out some of that stuff up here. We're going to put a playlist up there so you guys can check that out. We are taking this thing to cruise on the coast. Right now, we have less than 1 week to get to Fast and Furious, and I doubt we're going to be able to get there. It looks up to, it's like always one step forward for 2 steps back, and that's what this car has always been. It gets us a little bit, it's just teasing me, okay? I want to take this to it because you know something, back in 2001, a lot of people don't know this, when Fast and Furious first came out, my license was suspended. Yes, I got into a lot of trouble for doing all the street racing and tickets and everything else and speeding and all that. So I want to take it because you know something, this is going to bring back the nostalgia. Plus they're doing a whole thing over at the wharf where they're shutting down the garage. A lot of the imports and all the other stuff are coming out there, car show, all that stuff. So that's why we're trying to get this car ready. Get it drivable. It's not going to be 100%. I get that. We're probably not even going to rock the fenders right now because I screwed up one of the fenders trying to clear it with all this humidity out here. It's not working out for nothing. But check this one out. This fender came out extremely good. We still have some polishing. We got to do some wet sanding to it, and we're going to polish it up really good. But for the most part, that fender came out really good. And the car's coming together, just taking a little bit longer than what we wanted to. So as we start working through some of the stuff, I think it's going to be ready for cruising the coast. Can't promise for Fast and Furious, which is, it's going to bum me, but humidity is really up. We're in a heat index right now.
Feels like 109 degrees.
Feels like 109 degrees. So yeah, it's hot out. So we're going to try to get this at least finished up, go back inside, cool off for a little bit. We're kind of taking a little breather. But as you guys saw earlier in the video, check it out. I had to change because I'm just sweating here. I haven't even done anything besides talk to you guys, and I am sweating really bad. So it is hot out, but we got to get this done. I got to get some of this stuff done and get finished up. So let's get this fuel tank back in, and let's get moving on this so that we can fire her up, get her ready, and see if we can take her for her first drive after we bleed the brakes. Okay, so now that we've had like, I don't know, 10 clothes changed and a whole bunch of work done to it, I think we're almost ready. I think we still got to bleed the brakes and get that taken care of, but we're not going to hit that up on this episode. We're going to finish this up on this one here. It does run good. You can hear it sputtering still a little bit, a low idle. I'm pretty sure that's something to do with the injectors not getting the right amount of fuel. As you rev it revs up really fast. Sounds good. So the more we run this thing, I think the better it's going to get. Of course, we are going to add some Adams oil into it, but I think that's it. We did run into some problems. So alternator we didn't even get to. Belt was delayed again. So I am so sick and tired of Amazon, but it is the area we live in. They don't offer Amazon delivery in our area. Everything has to go through the post office. I just realized that 2 days ago. when I was like, why is everything coming through USPS? Because they don't have any Amazon delivery vans, or I guess they don't deliver in the Alberta area, which is the lower Alabama. So anyways, that won't be here. We'll just keep it on trickle charger, keep charging it that way until the alternator belt comes in, so we can try to figure out if that's going to work. If not, that will be a damper for us to be able to take it to the Fast and Furious. Not fully 100%, so we'll see. But also, I want to get the brakes bled, so I gotta jump on this. So join us for the next episode so you guys can see it rolling. Peace.